So AGM underscore flip. This is a company that could be releasing a flippable phone, by the end of this month. The reason why I say flippable, foldable, because it's at this moment in time, it is not clear what it's going to be, right? We have little details on the phone. What we do know is this company is known for making rugged phones. Phones that can withstand you going outside, going hiking, going exploring, all that kind of stuff. Which is interesting because even with Samsung's brand new Galaxy Z Fold 5, this phone did not pass the dust resistant rating. That's why it's still IPX8. And why it will never be IP58, because again, that means they need to make sure that there's no cracks or crevices that sand, dirt, or debris could get inside and could break. Now, if you are hiking with, let's say, for example, this phone right here, and let's say you opened it up to the inside display and something happened, you dropped it, you fell, whatever the case, you're probably going to end up breaking that inside display depending on where you fall on. So that's where this phone company kind of comes in, is they're going to make a phone that's more rugged. Now, how do you make a phone more rugged? Well, a lot of times what you do is you remove all the glass from the phone except for, obviously, the front screen and the inside screen, right? But when it comes to the back panel, no, you're not going to have glass on the back panel. You're going to make, I would say, cheaper components, but in a way you kind of are. You're going to avoid using any components that could break easily. So, for example, you're going to be using hard plastic on the back, hard plastic on the sides. So if you are in a situation where it drops out of your pocket or it falls and hits something, chances are this thing will not break. Now, a lot of times, again, how they do this is they use really tough plastic. So instead of using glass as the front screen, some rugged phones will use plastic, a hard plastic, as the outside screen, because plastic does not crack. While obviously glass does, that's the way you can avoid those problems from happening. So it's very possible that this foldable phone, flippable phone, again, like I said, we don't know exactly what it's going to be, could be, a plasticky type foldable phone. Again, we don't have all the information on it. We just know that this is going to be said to be one of the most rugged, foldable, flippable phones on the market, coming out at the end of this month. Now, it's going to be released strictly in China, which does kind of suck, but at the same time, though, this is going to open up the market in the foldable phone industry in a completely new direction. Let's be honest, at the end of the day, for flippable phones, right now, the thing that moved everyone in one direction was Motorola Razr coming out with a flippable phone with an outside display that was the size of the outside of the phone. Then, obviously, Samsung went ahead and did the same thing with their Z Flip 5, and now, will we see this same concept with rugged phones? Because we already know that Samsung, the hinge, well, guess what? The Google Pixel Fold also has a very similar hinge. We have also seen other copycats in the industry with Motorola Razr that is using the same exact hinge mechanism as the Galaxy Z Flip 4. Jerry Rig Everything pointed this out in one of his videos, and that again is a very interesting take. Because again, we live in a copycat industry. Someone makes something, someone does something revolutionary. Every phone moving forward now must follow those guidelines and have that said revolutionary, factor about it. Now, for a rugged phone, the price tag would also probably be cheaper. This could get more people into the foldable phone industry, especially at a price tag that's more affordable. And again, the issue of durability and chances of breaking it really does go down the more durable it is, right? So this does make more people feel safe with spending maybe $1,200, $1,300 for a rugged, foldable, flippable phone. Again, we are looking at a possible first-gen product, and just like the Google Pixel Fold, problem with first-gen is you never know how it's going to end up turning out. It could be great, it could be awesome, or it could be a complete clusterfluff, and then everything just goes downhill real fast, right? The Surface Duo 1, when that came out, everyone was excited because the hardware was amazing. But guess what? It didn't really pan out at first, right? And over time, it got better. And over time, we saw the Surface Duo 2, which really took advantage of all the problems of Surface Duo 1. Surface Duo 1, the bezels were too crazy for some people. Surface Duo 2, bezels are less. Surface Duo 1, there's no camera bump. Surface Duo 2, let's go ahead and put the Grand Canyon on there. Surface Duo 1, the software wasn't really that great and it's outdated hardware inside. Surface Duo 2, Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor. Again, like I said, this is what we see all the time, right? Again, with the Google Pixel Fold, there is a list of things people don't like about it. Guess what? Google Pixel Fold 2, those things will be fixed. So, with this being said, this item, when it does come out, I'm going to be interested to see. Because we might see, Samsung or, honestly, probably Samsung, or maybe Google too, maybe try to come out with a second foldable phone that is going to be more of a, rugged type phone or more cheaper phone. I talked about before with the Galaxy S22 Fan Edition, how Samsung used to release fan editions of their Galaxy S lineup. This was, of course, the same exact features you love from the great Galaxy S phones, but with a cheaper build and a cheaper price tag. So this makes the market a little bit easier for those who can't afford a $1,300 phone, $1,300 phone, because let's be honest, that's really a lot of money to spend on a cell phone. Especially, again, when people are buying cell phones every single year, that's a lot of money to spend. Now, of course, you say that with the fact that this costs $1,800, but, beside the point, beside that point, right, it's that, yes, the price tag is going to be crazy. But if they do create a fan edition of the Galaxy Z Fold series that's more rugged, more durable, but also cheaper, that might get more people interested in the foldable series. Definitely could be a thing. Now, we do know that Google tried to release a flippable version of their Google Pixel Fold with a Google Pixel Flip at the same time that the Google Pixel Fold came out, and they said to themselves that the reason why there wasn't a flip that got released was because they said it wasn't ready. It didn't pass their didn't pass their process of how good it could be. They said there could be problems, it could be a failure, and again, they didn't want to risk the Google Pixel Fold's reputation by releasing a flip, and then everyone buys the flip because it's cheaper, and then that flip ends up flipping, right? It ends up being a bust because it breaks and it's crap, and then, of course, no one buys the Google Pixel Fold because of that. So they try to avoid that problem, avoid that issue by doing, kind of like, okay, you know what? We're not going to push that out there. We're just going to wait. So again, it's very possible that with the Google Pixel Fold 2, we see a Google Pixel Flip 2, right? And again, same thing with Samsung when it comes to, maybe a possible fan edition of the Galaxy S series. A Galaxy Z Fold series. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, though. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.